Ramble.
Thank you to HelloFresh, Meundies, Urbanista, and Truth for sponsoring today's episode.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. We're in a podcast?
Oh, the more intimate form of communication.
Oh, shit.
Communication or entertainment? Or both?
I feel like I'm communicating to people.
Perhaps this is an education hour.
Do we imagine that all of our listeners are responding to everything in real time, always? Like a conversation?
Someone's just in their car saying, I hear that, Try Guys. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You want to try giving half of a conversation to see if people...
I don't want to do that to them.
How's your day going?
Yeah, and what do you think? Do you want to talk back to us?
That makes sense. What's your sign?
Where'd you get that blouse? This is bad.
Feels like we're on an episode of Blue's Clues or something. Where you're waiting for
you
people
guys.
to respond.
Can we talk about what I texted you about?
I would love
Blippi?
Yeah.
So my son watches this children's YouTuber Blippi, and I found him annoying at first, but now I've become a fan. It's quite educational. He just kind of goes to random places.
How Ned describes us too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we watched this latest video. It's Blippi at a water park, and I'm like, there's something off about Blippi, but I can't put my finger on it.
Is it because he's shirtless now?
No.
I assume, was he shirtless at the water park?
Blippi got...
No, he had a wetsuit on.
Guys,
Right.
I think Blippi got hot this summer. He went away and he came back for New Year's school and he's ripped now.
So it looked like this guy who is, has very iconic costuming, like orange sunglasses. He recast himself.
Whoa.
And there's like another person playing the character of Blippi. And he has live shows around the country where just random musical theater nerds
Play Blippi.
are playing Blippi.
Yeah. That's the power of creating
my
a character,
kid
not just yourself.
Didn't notice.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
No, it's not that. I mean, it's like the fact that he can do that.
Just a good con.
Right. It's a character, not yourself.
So are you suggesting that we could replace us as the Try Guys?
I mean, that would be interesting to see someone audition for the role of Ned.
No
in
one
the
would
Try
notice.
Guys. I think people would notice because they like us, I hope.
And they're full-grown adults and
They're
not
full-grown adults, yeah.
mushy brain children.
But I would love to see someone audition for the character of Ned. Rainey.
Yeah.
Can you please slate your name and tell me the role that you'll be auditioning for?
Rainey Toll, and I'll be auditioning for Ned Fulmore.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Okay,
that's
well,
really
we're
good.
excited to see your monologue about your wife.
Oh my gosh, and I'm ready
Okay.
to give it.
Whenever you're ready.
I met Ariel when we were in Chicago.
Not going to attempt the Squidward voice.
And we were walking and she leaned into me and I was like, And then I went to a party late because I had to get wine. And then we looked at maps together. And then the rest is history.
Wow.
Looked at maps together.
We did look at maps together.
Yeah.
Did I get
Google,
it?
you don't call us, we'll call you.
Oh,
But you got it.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck is up? Welcome to the TryPod.
Whoa!
Good morning, everybody.
Whoa,
On the ones and
Jesus.
twos, we got Rainey Tolls replacing Mr. Miles B for the day.
Permanently. For the day.
Miles is off at his
on
first
vacay.
of 2 weddings. I don't think that's a spoiler.
He's having a wedding?
He's getting married.
No, but like this weekend is like a pre-wedding for him?
I think that ours is the dessert wedding.
Ours is the just for fun.
Oh,
This is the real
ceremony.
Real deal.
I thought it was a little weird that I was invited to Miles' wedding, and now it all makes sense.
Well, I think it's like they're having one for their East Coast fam, and then West Coast is for all their friends,
The party.
and other fam.
Yeah.
It's the party
Yeah, it's
wedding.
the party wedding.
Party.
The one where you don't care who you invite.
Right. It's just a party. And you're just trying to get gifts.
Yeah.
do you know what you're getting him?
Oh,
Oh,
we texted about this a long time ago.
Continuing employment.
Oh, you know what? Actually, no, because we got him an engagement gift
No,
altogether.
Did we get him an engagement
I was thinking
gift?
either we should all pool in and get one big gift,
Yeah.
or make sure that exactly
Or
what we give him
compete.
is exactly equal.
I'm, Rainey, I had not thought about that until this second. So
I thought about it.
I would probably try and like look up some clickety clack keyboard accessory.
Yeah.
You know,
Sarah
and
would
just
love
be
that.
like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I got you F1 through F10 keys."
Ooh.
What was the best wedding gift that you got?
Ooh, that's a great question. There's a lot of ways to answer that. One that we use a lot is the Le Creuset pan. My buddy John Woo gave that to us. The one that was the most delightful was the ice cream maker. That we only used 3 or 4 times, but just a delight to be able to whip out ice cream.
Of course.
And I think the plates are kind of the necessary thing, but ultimately one of the lesser exciting ones. But I did really like the part of the plate set that was the little saucer and cup, and I drank many a fancy latte from our wedding gift espresso maker from these fancy little china cups.
historically, the idea is like you're not living together until you're married. Now you're starting a home.
Oh, yeah.
So here's all the stuff to be an adult, right?
Yeah.
But for people like me and Miles, we're already living together with our partners. I'm like, fuck, what do I want?
But you might still be living like IKEA, CB2
true.
life. Like, this is like the opportunity to get these plates where it's I don't know, $40 a plate.
I
some
tell you what,
fancy china.
I would advise against putting all the drinking glasses you've ever wanted up, because everyone will buy you all the drinking glasses you've ever thought you wanted, and now you have too many glasses. Just way too many.
Well, I've got a segment.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've been thinking about how I want to use this platform of the podcast.
oh,
And I decided that there are certain things that just I feel like didn't get their airtime when, so this segment is called Not Spoken About Enough. So I have these things that just aren't spoken about enough, and then I want you guys to speak on it.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before you go, is this things in life that aren't spoken about enough, or things that we've talked about in podcasts that we didn't elaborate on enough?
Well, the latter is really exciting, and I might do that later.
that's going to be called playing the hits.
Yeah,
A new segment called I'm a circle back.
Even this whole idea, somebody on Twitter wrote that they thought we should replace, when Rainy is hosting, we should replace Miles' advice will go for Miles instead being rainy day thoughts. And it's like sort of like shower thoughts, but it's just
That's
so
musings
cute.
that you like.
That's
in fact, I
good.
screenshot it. Let me give
Rainy day
the
thoughts.
proper shout out to the Twitter
Yes.
user who said
Thoughts
this.
for a rainy day.
This was from Twitter user at Alex Shrove. And they thought that rainy day thoughts, where you just talk about your musings, especially now that you've moved to LA recently and
my
you're a newcomer. What are the
gosh.
thoughts you're having? But we can
so
start with
many
this segment.
musings.
Yeah, that'll be at the
Okay,
end.
I
Stay
love this.
tuned.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, the first one for Not Spoken About Enough.
called Keith Alex.
Rainy, excuse me.
The way Michael Barbaro says to start your day. To start your day at the end of the daily.
Wait, what?
You know,
Say that again.
you know how at the end of this like masterpiece, journalistic masterpiece, Michael Barbaro is like, to start your day.
It's here are things you need to know today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so like embarrassing for him. Right? And I just feel like nobody's like criticized. Like I'm just like, I know he can say to start your day.
So this is Michael Barbaro, host of
man.
The Daily, the New York Times podcast, a wonderful podcast.
An amazing podcast.
They
Rainy
do
just roasts popular podcasts.
I love it. That's how we'll gain traction.
I feel like it's well known that he says that weird and slurs into it. In fact, I feel like I've heard him address it before.
Okay, I need to watch that.
It's here's what he said. He says, here's some things you need to know today. It has a very interesting cadence that all the words kind of. I can pull it up.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Yeah, like why does he say that he does it on purpose?
I mean, at some point, sometimes you do start using your mistakes as something on purpose, but because people latch onto it. Or even like sometimes you'll throw something out there and people like really grab on. And you're like, okay, I guess that's part of my identity
Yeah.
for now, because it seems to be, it's a good thing.
Here's what else you need to nerday.
What is he saying today?
Tinner day.
Here's what else you need to know today.
It's
Tinner day.
To know
Turner
today.
day.
To know today.
Tinner day.
Here's what else you need To know today.
To know today.
I love it.
To know today.
today.
Yeah.
So did we talk about that previously, but we didn't spend enough time on it?
No, this is just something that she
Oh, these are your things that you think we
needs
should.
more commentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
great.
right. Next one.
It's kind of also like you rehearsing your type 5.
I'm into it.
Wait, what's a type 5? Is that comedy?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
your best 5 minutes of stand up for Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, you need to have like just your quips ready to go.
All right,
All your
here we go.
characters
Here we
and
go.
bits.
I don't know if this is good to like call him out, but I find this fascinating about Michael Barbaro. I got big into the Daily for a little bit at the height of the pandemic.
that's when I started.
In the beginning, and Maggie and I found out. So Michael Barbaro, I believe, is a bisexual man. He was married to a man, left his husband for his producer, who's a woman. But normally you hear that the opposite way of like, oh, I was married to this woman, and then I was like, no, you know what? Actually, I want to. It just, you never hear it the other way around. And I was like, that's fascinating.
Yeah. I can't believe that's not more mainstream also. That's good drama. I don't know how he circumvented that whole scandal.
You see drama.
Yeah. Because
Totally.
it was
Probably-
close together too.
He told
I think
all the reporters, call off the
was
story.
like, don't air this. How hard yoga is.
Oh,
Not spoken about
this
enough.
has been well covered in my neck of the woods.
I love it.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's quite hard.
It's a
too hard.
sport.
Have you
You
been
know-
trying to get into it?
Yeah, but I'm like do geriatric yoga because I'm like I can't do the regular yoga. It's too hard.
I don't have the patience for it. I would rather like run super fast and super hard, which many people would consider harder.
Well, but that means that your
No,
mind
that's easier, I
needs
think.
the exercise, Ned.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
you're
part
right.
of
You're
yoga
right.
is submitting to really hard poses and training your body to like let go of tension, which is really challenging.
Yeah.
I recently tried this yin yoga, which was new for me, and like they make you just hold certain poses for 2+ minutes.
Wow.
And so you're really like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Oh, I need to breathe and focus in on my breathing so that my body just like it's really challenging because you're holding on to tension all the time in ways that you don't realize. So to like have your shoulder go like, okay, I trust me. I trust you, Zach. I trust my body. Let's do this. It really, but to your point, a lot of yoga online, especially, the speed is just super intense. And if you don't know the poses, you're like, this, I can't. So you just got to find someone who slows it down for you.
Jump cut yoga.
Jump cut yoga.
Yeah,
Jump cut
Ariel,
yoga.
She used to be a yoga instructor, and she was saying that that extreme physical exertion leads to like mental clarity and zenness.
I always have trouble because I'm trying to follow people on the TV and like, oh, now turn around and do this. I'm like, now I can't see you. I don't know which arm am I reaching. Wait, hold on. How high? Where are my knees supposed to be? Oh, my knees hurt. Oh, my knees hurt against this mat. It's not thick enough. I need a thicker mat. Oh man, that's not a good. I'm gonna start over. Let me find something else to
You
do.
just need to exclusively look for beginner yoga for the first 2 years. So anything on like any of your apps, like SoulCycle has like yoga on their app. It's too fast for beginners. Like Maggie was trying to do it and she couldn't keep up. But I've been doing it for 6 years. So when they say certain poses, I know what to do.
Yeah, I enjoyed when we did it back at the Buzz Fuzz outside.
That was nice. Are you afraid of the glow in the dark? Well, shield your eyes because the new Meundies Halloween just dropped. Dead. Look, your underwear is super important to us here at the Try Guys. We like being seen in it all the time, and I used to have bad underwear. But when you have great underwear, you look better, and they're gonna last with you. Whether you're out running a killer or being abducted by aliens this Halloween, you want to be comfortable in your underwears, and you want them to be sustainable and the softest in town. They're made from natural fibers and sourced from beechwood trees, making their micromodal fabric soft, breathable, and dangerously cozy. They got 5 new spooky season prints. You got I See You, My Boo, Tricks and Treats, Lazy Bones, and Lazy Pumpkin. We're not just talking undies. We got bralettes, socks, loungewear from sizes XS to 4XL. Whatever you need, they got you covered. But make the decision quick because there's someone right behind you! To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to meundies.com/tryguys. That's meundies.com/tryguys. You talk about yoga as a sport, right?
Yeah.
I had a dream the other night of Olympic graffitiing.
Whoa.
How dope would that be? If it's like
cool.
a time trial where
That's
it's like,
cool.
and they rappel down. Because often graffiti artists out in the world are like doing it on this crazy, like, you ever drive through an overpass? You're like, how'd they get up
How'd
there?
they do that?
Yeah, and you have to do it real fast so that you don't get busted by the cops. I'm like, let's honor this art form that is borderline an athletic achievement. And then I don't know how you would judge it. You would judge it by like artistic merit in the time given.
No, they
but
just
I was
have
like, that'd be dope.
There's a specific painting that everyone agrees upon is what you have to paint exactly correctly.
But
Like the speed
everyone has their
climbing
own
has the same
style.
course. You got to conform.
Maybe
At least for the first year in the Olympics. You know?
okay,
like
all right.
creativity would be part of it. Yeah, there's no way. That's
not for
just
this
so
one.
antithetical.
You're out of line.
No, it's just, you got to think of it
Send
like,
them to prison.
gotta think of it like
Send them
sport
to
climbing.
prison.
There's actually 3 divisions of sport climbing, but the speed climbing is the exact same course around the entire world. It's like to the millimeter.
Wow.
It's exactly the same. Now there's other divisions which can have creativity, but for the first, just got to have that one. Just make it easy for people
Breaking
to follow.
is always.
That's true. That was one that's it's not in there yet, right? Or it's about it was
in France.
It's France. Yeah, it's going to be in
I have
Paris.
to try doing graffiti in one of the Banksy tunnels in London. It was super cool.
Yeah, I want to do
learning
that.
from these artists and kind of learning about the community.
Yeah.
It's all about being up. Being up. That's where the phrase like big ups come from. Like you got to have your name out there, and you got to be doing art that's so good people don't want to paint over
Cover it. Yeah.
I drive through downtown LA sometimes and see people who wrote their name. I love graffiti. Let me just say this, that like I think it is wonderful. I would love to have graffiti incorporated into my house someday. Like I just think it's dope. But there's some graffiti where someone just wrote their name big and stupid and ugly. And I just, in what world do you think that this looks good? And I'm not talking about tagging, because tagging is different than graffiti. I'm talking about a giant mural that just says chub. Like that's not, come on.
Art is subjective.
Yeah.
It doesn't resonate with you.
I mean, chub actually sounds
But
pretty dope.
Chubb fans, they love the
But
piece.
just like block letters. It's not even like,
Yeah.
at least make it fucking cool.
Make it cool. But hey, maybe it is cool because it's not cool.
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe we're
right?
just.
It's hard to say. It's all too subjective.
We're not cool enough to understand how cool it is.
Yeah.
But if you go through downtown, it's like 2 stories.
there's-
It's like 1C is like, it's big.
Yeah. I've seen those. And what I really hate
Well,
are
they
just
got
the
their
ones
name
where
out
it's like a thin red, like Dale. And it's just like there's no art to it at all. It's literally, they quickly ran up one, Dale.
That's tagging.
Yeah, but like when you have a specific look to your tag, because I have a friend who tags, but their tag has a specific structure to it. This is like, no, this is just big
Hey.
font.
Gotta start somewhere.
I guess so.
Psychological impacts of high school award shows.
Okay.
I feel like
high school award shows.
did you have those where it was like most effort, best at English,
As a
best
whole
at
show?
math? Yeah, it was like in the afternoon. Did you guys not have that?
Oh, you mean like award ceremonies?
Oh, well, yeah. Award ceremony.
Award shows, it feels more like, and accepting the award for best attendance is, but this is more like they list out all the kids on the honor roll. They list out all the kids who got perfect attendance. They list out the valedictorian.
Where was this like on a loudspeaker?
It was
No, it was
like
in an assembly hall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did this for it's normally at the end of the year. And they would call everyone in and be like, here are the kids who are the smartest. You should be like them.
And
we
it
had
was-
the
yeah.
superlatives in a magazine, but then the end of the year award show was like, there's like the Zachary Andrew Kornfeld Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.
Oh my God.
There's a science award that's named something goofy. There's
Yeah.
an English award. And, if you got one of those, that was pretty cool.
They even do that in college.
Superlatives
The-
are a
Mm-hmm.
bit much.
the scholarship awards there would be like a college assembly. It wasn't mandatory, but you could go and you watch your friend who,
You had
who
one.
You want
got
to know
it.
what my superlative was?
In the yearbook?
It's really lame.
You had this in the yearbook?
Yeah.
And because that's a big deal. There aren't that many superlatives given out.
No, they're not.
So what'd you have?
Most likely to succeed.
Hey, you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Has anyone in
just-
your graduating class succeeded more than you?
Depends on how you define success.
How do you define success?
Money, fame, family, baby.
Yeah.
No.
Dazzling good looks. Check.
Check.
Opportunity, countries visited.
Handsome beard.
Did you have a
You
psychological
guys
sort of
gonna have
breakdown?
any superlatives?
No, there were no superlatives in my, or I
What do
didn't
you
get
think
one.
you would have gotten?
Most likely to be on SNL, maybe.
Mm.
Because that
So-
was always one that they had.
So I was mega pissed because most likely to be on Saturday Night Live is like one of the classic superlatives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in our yearbook every single
year.
It's kind of like a
Uh-oh.
nice way of saying class clown.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
Yes.
a cool version of it.
Yeah.
But mind you, I actually was on Saturday Night Live in middle school. I was on 2 episodes, one of them aired. And so I was like, fucking shooing, slam dunk, baby.
Yeah, you got
and
the credits.
Fucking yearbook committee voted to take it out
Ouch.
our year. What the fuck? And my best friend, still to this day, Eric, he was on the committee and he was like, what are you guys doing? This is stupid. And they replaced it. You ready for this shit?
No.
They replaced it with most likely to get accepted into Hogwarts, which is fucking
Oh.
gross and stupid.
Makes no sense.
Also, these are
What would
the
be
end
the
of your career.
criteria?
Exactly.
And also, like, you'd be graduating from Hogwarts by now. You can't get upset. You get accepted when you're 11.
So,
and
like what sort of magical mystical is it? The person that like dresses all spooky? Is it someone that
Looks 11.
likes Harry Potter a lot?
You have to be 11.
so one of my other buddies, Ben, shout out to Ben, one of my
Good
best
point.
buds in the world, he campaigned to be the Hogwarts kid.
Oh,
he
wow.
went around, he's like, vote for me for Hogwarts. I don't know why. And he did it and he won. And Eric was like, Ben, you are going to grow up and regret this. As a friend, I'm taking this out of the yearbook. And he got it stricken from the record.
Whoa.
So both Ben and I both lost out on our
Aw.
shot. So they took out SNL for nothing.
Wow. That's
I'm
very
pissed.
funny.
I don't see why you would regret that. I mean, it's dumb. But
It's
it's
stupid.
Not.
I bet you now they have most likely to be a YouTuber or most likely to
Oh,
go
yeah,
viral.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But now everyone can go viral.
But who's the most likely?
That's a good question.
I will be on my deathbed. That'll be my rosebud. It'll be
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's one more that you got, Rainey?
All right. This might be too feminine for you guys, but Carmex lip balm.
Oh,
Carmex.
Carmex.
It's like,
You don't like it.
well, I think it's one of the greatest scams of our generation.
Damn.
You think it's
Yeah.
one of the ones that makes you
Is that the
have
one in
chapped
the little
lips?
orb?
No.
It's the
sphere?
yellow one. Those are so cute. I
Or
love
the one in
EOS.
the yellow one.
It's the
Why
yellow
is
and
that a
red.
scam?
It makes your lips drier and it tastes medical, right? Like it tastes so bad.
Shit.
Hopefully, we can still get CarMax.
Carmex.
Great place to find deals.
Yeah, and it like tastes medical, so you think it's like really doing something, and you sit through the gross taste, and then your lips are super destroyed.
Yeah, there are some chapsticks that do feel like they actually do the opposite in the long
Yeah.
run.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Burt's
that
Bees, though.
Blistex, the minty taste one. I think it has like a little bit of
Oh, yeah, I
menthol in
love
it
that
or
one. It
I like
tingles.
chewing on that one for sure.
Chewing on it.
Well, for us, it's about to be a long weekend.
And thanks for listening.
That's
We'll
true.
see you next week.
By the time you're listening, to this, it won't be the same as our long weekend. But who knows? Maybe it gets bumped all the way to the next long weekend for all we know.
Maybe you just decide to quit.
Maybe.
I'm disoriented. It's September. That means it's almost Christmas.
It really does. It's basically Halloween, which is basically Thanksgiving, which
What are
is
you doing for
basically-
Valentine's Day?
But what do you guys have any long weekend plans? Do you ever what do you do on long weekends nowadays? Now a time in your life.
Oh, I'm gonna guess. Ned, he's a barbecue boy. Long weekend, that means I'm inviting over the fam, loading up the grill, gonna fire that baby up, gonna smoke some brisket.
Ooh.
Have the kids waddling around in the backyard. They're probably gonna put socks in their pants. Kids are crazy like that.
Oh.
Then we're gonna pour a nice oaky shard and watch fireworks.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. For Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day fireworks.
That sounds like a dream. I'm actually, well, no, I am doing that, but it's at a different friend's house, not my house. But I am not doing that at my house because two things going on. We can take them sequentially. One is Ariel's taking me out on a mystery date.
Whoa.
You guys want to try and guess what it is?
Well, you
Here
don't
we
know,
come.
right?
I'm not going to be able to tell you until next week. But it's
Slip
something
and slide.
that requires tickets.
Baseball game.
But it's not one night only. It's something that she says we could do on Sunday.
Two base.
Have
So
you-
we're doing it on Saturday because she already has tickets to Saturday. She says something where I might need to bring a sweater.
Huh.
When I said, is it a concert? She was like, sort of.
So, okay, and so my first
My-
question was going to be, was there a dress code? And it was sweater optional, so you're not getting suit. So the
No,
Philharmonic's
not
out.
Yeah, Philharmonic's
Hollywood Bowl.
out. I was thinking maybe Hollywood Bowl. I was thinking maybe Shakespeare on the Park.
Hollywood Bowl, it wouldn't be because you would, one, have already decided between Saturday and Sunday. And then if she just is spur of the moment buying tickets, that means they got shitty tickets.
No, she says she's already got
That's my favorite
the
way to
tickets.
do the Hollywood Bowl.
Shitty
actually.
tickets?
Shitty tickets, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They really get up there quick. And,
They are very
And I think to me it's more about the picnic and the experience and being outside. And, you know, once you're dropping like hundreds of dollars for a little orchestra seat, I'm like, oh.
It's
I
not
don't
like
know.
you're close to like J-Lo or
like,
something.
Like the $40 tickets to me are as good as the $80 tickets.
That's because the $80 tickets are also pretty
I
bad.
guess that's true.
It's like you got to get into like the $400 range to get like where you could see the face of the conductor.
Yeah.
There was one show we were looking at. It's this Spanish band that Maggie really likes, and I'm blanking on the name, but it was like the first show back at the bowl, and we're like, oh my god, post-COVID, no, it's still in COVID, we're like, we gotta go to a concert, this is our first time. And the shittiest tickets, I think they must have been all resale, it was like $400 for the back row. It was
whoa.
crazy.
I wanted to see, they were doing Peter and the Wolf last month, and I was going to be gone for it, and I was so disappointed because it's such a fun show because it's storytelling with an orchestra.
It's scary, right? The plot is like he's about to get eaten by a wolf.
yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
One time I watched as a kid and they did like shadow puppets. That was scary.
Yeah, that's always scary.
Imagine a shadow wolf. Whoa.
You say goodbye, I say hello fresh, hello dinner with HelloFresh. You get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. If you have seen me cook, you know that it is a stressful experience, which is why I need to save time and stress, and HelloFresh makes it possible, okay? They're gonna take the time out of my grocery shopping. Everything just comes right to me. I'm getting dinner on the table in 30 minutes or less, and it looks good. They've got 50 weekly recipes with a range of flavors, cuisines, and ingredients, so you'll never get bored. Over 90% of ingredients are sourced directly from farmers to ensure only the freshest produce and proteins are delivered right to your door. Sign me up. Oh, that's right, I already did sign up. Guys, I've been cooking with HelloFresh, and I feel like my skills are starting to upgrade. Go to HelloFresh.com/TryPod14 and use code TryPod14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That is 14 free meals plus free shipping at HelloFresh.com/TryPod14. Code TryPod14.
Anyways,
Yeah.
my final clue is it starts at 7. Begrudgingly, we can be a little late to put the kids to sleep first. I asked each of you if you could babysit this weekend, and you both said,
We were unavailable.
No.
But I asked if there was another day,
it's true. Ned, that was nice.
and
That
it's
was
still on the
nice.
table.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you,
shit.
thank you,
I
thank
know
you.
what Ned is doing. Hell yeah, that's going to be dope as hell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not spoiling that.
Yeah.
I
You
ain't
think you
spoiling
know?
that.
We do
All right,
know.
I'll plug my ears. You tell the audience.
Make sure you can't hear.
At the Hollywood Bowl this weekend, John Williams is performing a suite of his movie soundtracks.
Yeah, so it's basically
John
gonna be
Williams,
dope.
fucking Star
Not
Wars,
yet, not yet.
Indiana Jones, E.T., the who's who of movie soundtracks, and it's gonna geek the fuck out.
He's
I want to
gonna
go.
love
Should we see if we can
Should
get
we
tickets?
go?
Yeah, let's go. We'll get better tickets.
Okay, we're good.
All right.
That sounds like a great night.
That does
You
sound
guys
fun.
going too now?
Maybe.
Oh, well, maybe we'll look at the Sunday option since you said there were many options.
Wow.
Detective Keith
I
figured it out.
can't wait to see if you guys are correct or not.
Yeah.
You
Don't-
sound very certain.
Don't go Googling.
I won't.
Don't go
I won't.
Google.
I won't.
Go
What's going on
Google.
in Los Angeles this weekend?
Don't go.
And the
Googling.
other reason I'm not having a
Waterfalls.
barbecue is Wes's school is having an open house because he's starting school next week.
Holy cow. That's wild to me.
Whoa, wait, he's gonna be a student?
Yeah.
He went from larva to child
Yeah.
to student?
yeah.
Oh, that's freaky.
He's going to preschool.
They grow up so fast.
Daunting.
That's, you know what? As much as we're freaking out, I guarantee you, audience, you're listening too, and you're like, that's fucked up.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just
He's
had
a
his
baby.
kid.
He's
What?
a baby.
That's wild,
I
man.
know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
I guess.
exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
Is he ready or is he scared?
Well, he
Nervous?
was a little scared, but then
Yeah.
his teachers came over to do a little
Aw.
visit, and they were the sweetest, just asking so many questions,
They did a
being like
house
very
visit.
engaging. Yeah, because he's very small.
He's a young
He's still
boy.
3.
Well, I
It's
don't
like
think that's
a
a
big
given.
change.
That's hands on. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, we have picked a school that we really like, and it's like very small. It's like only 10 people,
Whoa.
10 kids.
That's
10
great.
children. That's nice. I went to public school in Tennessee, and I think my preschool class was 40 children. I think it was chaos. It was fully chaos, and it was just at the church. And all I remember is that we had cookies and juice. It was awesome. We had cookies and juice, and they just led us into a pen of playground, and we would just go for it. Had one of those pedaling John Deere tractors. You pedaled. Fucking, it was incredible.
Awesome.
It was, everybody wanted that.
My preschool was also, I went to a Montessori.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a type of preschool. I don't know. I'm looking at Rainey like she should know.
Yeah, no, I actually
I
do
know.
know.
What is a
Yeah.
Montessori?
It's actually really cool. I like the idea. The idea is like you don't learn to read and you just learn to. Okay, actually, I should not be saying this confidently because I don't really know, but my understanding.
Don't lead with
is,
that.
And you like what I like about it is they give you like the kids pianos instead of play pianos. Give kids like not really toys. They give kids like
Chainsaws.
Tupperware.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
that was
like-
not my Montessori experience.
Oh, shoot.
I think that's quite how I would describe it as not learning how to read in Tupperware instead of toys. I've learned it as like it's self-directed learning. So it's not like we're gonna do this today. It's like a lot of different things and letting the kids kind of pursue their own interests and passions. I'm pretty sure you still learn how to read.
Probably.
Should we get an office grand piano?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
put a baby grand where we were going to put the little sitting area.
Yeah.
And maybe get one of those things that it can just also play itself, like a player piano.
Oh,
Yeah.
the coast.
The
The ghost
dream.
piano. But then also like turn it off and people can just sit down and play
Yeah.
some tunes.
Ned, you're gonna freaking love this. The other
What?
day, it was just me and Keith in the office, and we were having a little brainstorm sets. Just me and Keith. We were talking shop. We were like talking about the business, and I've tried to introduce play back into my work because I feel like it frees you up.
Yeah.
So we were
Yep.
looking around. And from a shoot that we did the other day, we had a bunch of soccer balls. So Keith and I just stood across from each other in our office, and we were just whacking the soccer ball back
Yes.
and
in the
forth.
ball.
Yes.
It was a delight.
Working your craft.
It prompted me to buy a Nerf miniature golf set that's currently in this coffee table right
real?
now. It's in here, bro.
Can we crack it open?
The what do you call it? Golf club is leaned over here on the
Wow.
puppet.
Wow.
But there's some little holes and some balls in there.
Yeah.
We can have a good
I
old
think
time.
play just opens you up.
What is this? What is happening?
They're installing
Oh, that's right.
alarm
There's
system.
guys in the attic right now.
Santa?
There's two of them. So Santas?
Ned, did you have a ruckus night that you were going to talk about?
Oh, yeah. So yesterday we filmed this video where we drank a whole bunch of caffeine.
Oh,
it was kind of
right.
like
man.
increasing amounts of caffeine trivia, but basically just an excuse for us to get hyper caffeinated
Yeah.
together. I don't do well with caffeine. I could not fall asleep last night.
Oh, no.
I don't
fuck.
think I really fell asleep until like 1 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Which is big for you.
Which is late because I wake up at 6:30 no matter what.
Yeah, quite normal for probably many audience
Many
members.
people, yeah.
That's just a night on TikTok.
Yeah. So I feel energetic now. I'm hyped up. This is my second cup of coffee today, but now I'm addicted. Now I'm like, I
Yeah.
think I need 6 cups of coffee every day.
I kind of felt that way this morning. I also had a little trouble falling asleep, but eventually I did. And then I woke up this morning, had my normal 2 cups of coffee. I'm like, I could have more. Yeah, maybe I should have some more.
You had more
Too
than
much.
yeah.
I had, I guess if you count a double
Spoiler alert.
espresso as 2 servings, then I had 12 servings of coffee.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 8.
You had at
By
least
that.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all
For that
remember the
reasoning.
Death Nut video we did. It was the same sort of structure, but very quickly we learned, oh, these questions are too hard.
Yeah.
Even the easy round, like you guys were just
Well,
dropping
they
like
seemed
flies.
almost, they were like opinion poll based. It's like, what percentage of people say this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. This is what
Survey
is this?
says.
Family Feud over here? I don't fucking know.
We've talked about this before, I'm sure, but I am certain that I would destroy Family Feud. That is the one.
Really?
I am so confident in life. I know I would fuck that game up. I want to get on so bad.
Try Guys Game Time Office Feud, where the office is polled. And we have to guess
I
what
love
the
that.
majority of the office says are the answers to these things.
That's a good podcast episode, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think it's a good game time. I
Yeah,
think it's
maybe.
like, we just need a board though.
Okay. What is the best way to greet your friend without speaking?
Waving.
Ding, ding, ding. That's number one.
Hell yeah.
48% of respondents.
Steve, we're gonna play. Not kidding. My entire college,
know the rules,
all I
guess.
did was I would come home from class, get stoned, make a pot of mac and cheese. And I didn't like doing dishes, so I would take the entire pot, put it on my lap while it was still hot, and I'd be like, ooh, this feels nice on my belly. And then I would sit in front of my TV and watch an hour and a half of Family Feud on Game Show Network while I ate mac and cheese. Wow. And then it went into Baggage, which, if you've never watched Baggage, the greatest game show that ever existed. Rainey, you with me?
I'm with you. I've never seen it, but I've heard
I love Game Show Network so much. So Baggage, I think, who hosted it? I forget. But it was a dating show where people would come out and like it was heteronormative, right? So it'd be like a girl and 3 guys, or guys and 3 girls. And they would have one suitcase and they would open it up, and it was like basically red flags about them. So it's like, I still sleep with all my teddy bears. I have all of my ex's names tattooed on my body. Whatever. Stuff like that. And then the person would look, they always started out pretty innocuous, but they would go and they would say, I'm sorry, your baggage is too much for me. And they would get rid of people one by one. And then at the end, then the dater would open up their bag, and it would be something even crazier about them. And then the person, like, you would get to the end, and then the person would be like, no, your baggage is too much for me. And then they would keep all the money to themselves. It was fucking great.
Wow. I always used to like this one called Street Smarts. And it was basically the panel of contestants. They're not answering the question so much as they are guessing which one of the 3 random people on the street who have also answered these questions got it right. So instead, it's like, I'm guessing if Ned, Zach, or Rainey got this question right, because it's the question that only one of them got right.
Are you just stereotyping us?
Yes, it is based on the knowledge you have of them. Who do you think knows this math question? And then you'd be like, and then there's like, okay, 2 of these people got right and 1 got it wrong. Who do you think got it wrong?
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, that's the whole game, is guessing if you can tell, if you can read a person and what they should know by how they present themselves.
You guys were in Chicago, so you must have always been hailing cabs trying to get on Cash Cab.
I wasn't there.
We weren't rich enough to pay for cab.
Yeah, and I also.
But the cab pays you.
There's not good
also,
odds.
when did that air? I feel
Cost like $30 to get across
I
town.
wasn't there.
Barely afford my $3 Metro pass. We all know how important mental health is, so let's get real about something that's messing with our heads: vaping. Nicotine in vapes can amplify feelings of depression and anxiety. So let's call a vape what it is: a depression stick. Vapes and e-cigs are loaded with chemicals that affect your nervous system. They can leave you at risk for depression. E-cigs contain varying amounts of toxic substances like arsenic, aluminum, and lead. Research shows a link between increased nicotine use and depression, meaning the more you use it, the higher your risk of depression. Frequent nicotine users can also worsen stress and anxiety. Quitting nicotine can lead to reduced stress, reduced anxiety, and reduced depression. But I did not know that there could be a negative correlation between mental health and vaping. I mean, it's really, if you're looking for reasons to quit, this is a big one. So Truth is here to arm you with the facts and give you the resources and support you need to quit. Learn more and get help at depressionstick.com. I recently landed at LAX, and the Uber Lyft situation was so hard to figure out there. I hopped in a cab. It was so expensive. The surge pricing was out of control. I was just like, so you tell me a taxi cab is right here waiting for me, and I have to go to some other special parking lot and pay twice as much as normal?
I did. So I looked up when we got back from Greece. I was like, how much is it going to cost me to get an Uber right now? It's like $150.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you know what I did? I texted Alex Lewis and said, Alex Lewis, if you come pick me up from the airport, I'll give you $100 to $150, whatever it costs. By the time you get here, I'll pay you instead. And he was like,
Wow.
Yep, sounds good.
I thought it was going to be an endearing story about a friend doing a favor. No. And then you're just like, hey, buddy, can I pay you to pick me
He was
up?
willing to do it for free. And I said, no, I'm going to pay you because I would have paid this money to someone else anyway.
Yeah.
Listen to
And
this
this
shit.
was more enjoyable of a ride.
I guess so.
Listen to this shit, okay? When I
What happened? I gasped.
Welcome to the TryPod.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you
subscribe.
next week. When I was a young warthog, I was PAing in this city, and I befriended a director who shall remain unnamed. Give me a name.
Jacob.
When I was a young warthog.
Jacob Warthog.
Dude, you nailed
That was really good.
That was amazing.
Thank
Am I
you.
crazy?
That was pretty good. That was about
I got chills.
93% accuracy. That's high. That's an A in some places.
Where is it not an A?
Yeah.
Oh, in Tennessee, our A's were 95 and above.
Oh my
Was
god.
that an A minus?
That's
or-
crazy.
No, it was a B.
95 and above?
Shut up. That's stupid.
Shut up.
That's what that was what I thought was normal. And then I went to Illinois and they're like, oh yeah, 91. And I was like, oh fuck yeah. It's way easier to get
Wait,
an A
still
here.
not 90?
No.
Wait, you're
I
telling
think it was
me
maybe it was 90.
Everywhere I've been, it's
but
just
yes,
90.
In Carthage, Tennessee, in the high school and elementary school, if you get an A, it was 95 to 100.
in your school, which to your words, not mine, was a very not great schooling
It was
system.
a bad school.
They had even more rigorous
Yes,
A
but you have to
standards.
remember it was not hard.
Yeah,
So I
maybe
think
the
it was a
tests
balance.
weren't very
I think Tennessee was like,
hard.
look, this material's not hard. Make the A harder to achieve.
I've never heard that anywhere. I thought it was just standard. Like,
You know, that was just what was normal to me. So when I moved out of that, I was like, wow, it's so much easier to get an A now.
Santa?
Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we're hearing hilarious thuds and bells
Somebody's
occasionally
going to
happening
fall
above
through
us.
the ceiling.
So Jacob Warthog was this young director, and
Yeah.
like we became like super tight. I went to his birthday, like we were homies, and he was a really cool commercial music video director. And we were texting one time. We were like gonna hang out, and he's like, "Hey, I'm coming back to LA. Are you around? Like, do you mind picking me up? And then maybe we can go get a bite to eat." And I was like, Yeah, I'll come pick. Like, I think asking a friend, unless you pay them, to come pick you up from LAX is one of the worst things you can do to any human.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, LAX is just hell.
It's far away for everyone.
For everyone.
Doesn't
No
matter
matter where you
live.
live, it's far.
Even if you live close to LAX, half an hour.
Yeah. Because
And if you live where we live, an hour and a half.
it's so hard to get in and out of the circle drive that drops you off at all the terminals. No matter if it's departing or arriving, it's chaos.
So this is no small ask.
Yeah.
But I am young and impressionable, and I want to, I want to be a good friend. So I do it, and this, mind you, is when I'm driving my lemon of a car, like this shitty car that I don't know if I've told you guys about. Like when I would stop, the whole engine would shut off, and I had to like restart it. Like the power braking would break. Like it was barely a functioning vehicle. It was, I think, an $800 to $1,200 car when I first moved to LA.
Wow.
So you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So I go, and I'm texting him like, "Hey, you told me the time, but you didn't tell me like what flight, what terminal." And he didn't respond. I'm like, "Oh, well, he's on the plane." Okay. So I drove over, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm waiting over here. Just let me know." Waiting 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I'm circling around, and I'm like, well, because there's not really a great place to wait there.
No, there's no cell phone lot.
Yeah,
either.
and unless you go into the parking lot, but with the time I was going to be waiting there, I'm going to then be paying for parking, which I'm not trying to do that. So I'm puttering around LAX with my car, like restarting it, getting yelled at by the people to like, "Hey, you can't wait here," and I'm like, "I'm sorry." So I'm going around. I think I end up waiting 50 minutes because I'm like,
50?
I can't get to an hour. And so finally I just go like, "Hey man, didn't hear from you. I'm going." Don't get a text back for 2 days. And then Jacob Warthog goes, "Oh, hey, sorry. My friend Leslie picked me up instead." And I'm like, "You double booked your LAX pickup and didn't have the fucking courtesy to tell me?"
So rude.
And so that was the end. That was the end of our friendship. My disillusion was, it was shattered, and I
Did that
grew up.
director go on to make anything cool?
No.
Good. That's right.
I've monitored his career, and a buddy of mine had a meeting with him at a film company, like he was trying to pitch one of his movies. Santa? And he was like, yeah, he was incredibly full of himself and totally delusional about what he could make for what budget, and came off as a dick, and we're not going to work with him.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I found out recently that's kind of the opposite end of the story?
Oh.
Is a good friend of mine on one of my Chicago improv teams. You know, we must have performed like weekly shows for, 3 years. Like we bonded pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
He's now a famous TikToker. Isn't that cool?
Is it Namdi?
No, is he also a famous TikToker?
He has like a really strong
That's great.
TikTok presence as well.
Is it
it's
Addison?
Rob Anderson. Yeah, it's Addison. No.
I don't know that. I don't know him.
Well,
maybe I've
he's
met
not
him
that
now.
famous.
I mean, it doesn't.
He's
I mean,
has more followers than me.
Good for him.
That's incredible.
His stuff is great.
I think that TikTok is probably the best opportunity improvisers have ever had.
Yep.
Because especially a lot of them are in Chicago and nothing gets made there. There's like no production companies to like buddy up with and get into things other than some commercials and maybe some walk-on roads on Chicago Fire.
Here you go. His handle is Hart Robert. 1.7 million followers.
What's his content?
Funny gay stuff.
Nice.
This happened to me as well with he was some more of a sketch comedian, but a very good actor
Similar, yeah.
that I knew growing up. And I did not know. I'm wondering if this is how you discovered. He just showed up on my For You page.
That's what it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
He just showed
exhilarating.
up randomly. Or no, it actually said from your contacts because I've had the same phone number all these years. And I was like, from my wait, this has 150,000 likes? Holy shit.
I had
Love to see it.
a comment that I loved where my mom loves bragging about me to her friends because obviously that's what moms do.
That's what moms do.
And she was talking about this upcoming Food Network thing that we're doing. Which,
We're doing a Food Network show that's kind of an adaptation of Without a Recipe. It's called No Recipe Road Trip, where we take our show on the road and we go meet local chefs, local restaurants, try and recreate their food. Kind of very similar to Without a Recipe. Ton of fun. Food Network loved the pilot and they picked us up for a full season.
Yeah.
So we're going to be making a TV show officially.
Yeah,
making a TV show. But hell yeah, I mean, the one that we shot was like, it was a special, which was really a way of saying it's a pilot, but if we don't pick it up, then no one goes, oh, they got canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were going to air it and see how it did. But they decided, you know what? No. This is wonderful. It's exquisite. I must have more.
It's also probably because like we were going to be making things with David Dobrik on Discovery Plus 2, and now we're not. So we have a bigger hole to fill. Try, guys. You get it.
They actually still made a whole Shark Week special with him.
I can't believe
It
that.
did very well.
Dang.
But the super exciting thing is that we're going to be on Discovery Plus first, and then on Food Network as well. So we were a little fearful of like, oh boy, I don't know how many of our followers have cable.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't be able to find it. So you're going to. You can
I
watch
think
it
they're-
streaming and you can watch it on TV.
Putting segments on YouTube as well.
Oh shit.
It's
They do that with a lot
everywhere,
of their other
baby.
shows.
Love that. So my mom was bragging to her friend Donna, and then Donna was like, Michael, guess what? That's her son. She goes, Michael, guess what? The boys are doing this thing. He goes, oh, that's cool. And she goes, aren't you excited? He's like, yeah, I mean, that's his job. And I love that it's gotten to a point where it's just very regular to the people that I
that's
grew up with,
funny.
where it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, that's
his job.
that is what I expect to happen. That is he's doing stuff.
That's his job.
You better be doing that.
Michael was not having it.
How old is Michael?
Oh, he's a little older than me.
Oh, he's your age. I thought he was
I
16.
thought he was I also read that as a 14-year-old being like, yeah, duh. Who cares?
No, he's like 36.
I have a friend, one of my college roommates, John Woo, who's currently becoming...
Shout out to John Woo, part
Shout out
two.
to John Woo, at John Woo _ on Twitter. He's currently becoming very famous on Twitter.
Whoa.
Like big,
He's the
fast
crypto daddy,
growth.
right?
Yeah,
he's a crypto goblin.
Crypto goblin.
They have all these
crypto
funny
daddy.
names for crypto people.
He's a business guy, business writer,
Do you think
very in
it's-
the crypto community.
Is it because people think that he's legendary film director John Woo?
No. He makes these, long, like threads that are really well written, tell a story. This morning he had one go viral about Elizabeth. Oh my.
Excuse you, Zach.
Does your phone call you handsome face with an Australian accent?
I accidentally pressed my Siri because I was playing with my case, and it just outed me that years ago I made my Siri name Mr. Handsome Face, and then I also discovered you could make it Australian. So it just said, "Good morning, Mr. Handsome Face," which is just about the most embarrassing thing that could happen in the middle of a podcast.
Good morning, Mr. Handsome Face.
How sad are you?
It was before Maggie. It was a lonely time.
Mr. Handsome Face.
Born in 2010 in Stockholm, Sweden, out of loves for cities and urban life comes Urbanista headphones. They draw inspiration from the world's greatest cities and are rooted in Scandinavian design tradition, which means you know it's dope, okay? Their products are sleek, stylish, and they sound great. Don't compromise. You get all of this around half of what you pay for other big name headphones. Plus, Urbanista has a free and easy 90-day return policy, so if you are not happy, which you will be, you can return or exchange it, no questions asked. Plus, all their products come with a 365-day warranty. I got some Urbanista sound canceling headphones. They're a nice green. That's my favorite color. Goes with my outfit, looks cute. Right now, Urbanista has a special offer for you guys. Go to urbanista.com/tryguys and you'll get 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off everything. You're leaving it free shipping for all orders over $60. Go to urbanista.com/tryguys for 20% off. That's urbanista.com/tryguys.
Where's that going with that story?
John Woo.
He had a thread.
Yeah, so he had a thread go viral this morning about Theranos and Elizabeth Holmes. And he was like, "This is exhilarating. How do you not keep refreshing these numbers?" You know, he's like, it's this, he's seeing things explode and reacting to that in real time. And I'm like, I am an old, grizzled veteran of the internet. Nothing lifts my pulse anymore.
Yeah. And so wait, like numbers in terms of like how many people are circulating a
views
story?
or
Oh, I see.
engagements or retweets, like I feel like when earlier on, we'd like huddle around
Right.
and BuzzFeed, they would put it on a TV. We'd all drink beers and look at the like numbers go up and be like, oh my gosh. And now we're just like barely blink an eye.
That's true.
Well,
It's just like, yes, another million view
Another
video.
congratulations. I look at the analytics on the back end and I look at different things and still
It's
get
right.
excited
we
about
try
some
and
things.
get inspiration for what to do next.
How do you feel about Elizabeth Holmes' black turtleneck?
I mean, I think it's tough to separate the turtleneck from the person.
which is
Yeah.
why I love it.
I feel like it's stately, but we don't stand.
If you guys don't know Theranos, it is an interesting story.
There's a documentary you can watch on Netflix somewhere.
It's a very charismatic founder that
Maybe
got
HBO.
a lot of people on board with this idea that you could discover all of the problems and all the blood work from someone with just a pinprick of blood.
Yeah.
And like kind of duped all of these people with a project that wasn't proven yet.
It was impossible.
Yeah.
It was
Now,
fully impossible.
She and the whole company's in a ton of trouble. But my buddy like interviewed for a very senior role there. Kind of randomly after they had already been embroiled
Oh,
in
boy.
scandal.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
And he just thought that she was a sociopath.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Or, a trickster.
yeah.
A Loki.
Believe that.
A Loki.
It's interesting when those sorts of things happen. And anytime there's like a big scandal and one person is like the center point of it, because no one person can do all that. So like there's always a lot of other people. And I feel like a lot of other people are somehow avoiding sometimes the punishment that they're due by hiding behind one figure that everyone can easily rally around as the main villain.
Heavy is the neck that wears the turtleneck.
Yes, true.
When we go down, I'm pinning it all on Keith.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Do you think Keith could handle it the best?
No,
Oh, I thought you were
you?
going to say, do you think Keith would do hard time?
biggest man falls the hardest.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be so charismatic in prison.
Or
You think you would be well liked?
I think
Senate committee hearing.
everyone would be like, well, Keith's all right.
You often say that your superpower is getting everyone to like you.
Yeah.
So maybe you could be the one that unites all the gangs.
I hope so.
That's
At
a good
least.
movie.
Keith starts a new movement.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus and the
I would be
Technicolor
like,
Dreamcoat.
who we all really hate are the prison guards, right, fellas?
They would beat the fuck out of you.
But then when I'm alone with the prison guards, like, gosh, these crazy the criminals other than me? Right? Oh my gosh, what are they plotting? And then I talked to the warden and I'm like, the prison guards and the criminals are working together. You got to get me out of here.
You and me, buddy.
You and me.
Don't you have dreams? Didn't you want to be a dancer one day? Come on, Warden. I can make that happen. Let's
Coming
bust
this
out of
summer,
here.
it's called Prison Dance.
Do you want to get 1 million views?
Warden, you know, if you made videos about what you did, why, I think you could be a star.
You could be
I
a
can
star.
help you.
But I can't do it from behind these bars. You got to let me out. I need some sunlight to recharge.
Wait, what was that? Is that like Superman?
Well, I assume that I'm in like a pretty, high security, prison. I don't see sun.
You think
so
you're
you-
high security? You think that
not
your white collar
superpowers.
crime bullshit's going to be high security?
Yeah.
All right.
Because of they fear my charisma. I've been moved there throughout the months that I've been in prison
And the
because I'm
sun
too dangerous.
increases your charisma.
I'm too dangerous.
Wait. Is it white collar crime or is it a different crime? What's the
Well,
crime?
it started as white collar.
And then he murdered to cover up his tracks.
Yeah. That's how it always goes. I had someone killed. So I didn't kill them, but eventually it was traced back to me.
In this
Yeah.
scenario, I assumed that like all of Try Guys was a fraud and we had been, I don't know, something.
Oh, okay,
that
okay.
was the crime I was imagining. But perhaps Keith just becomes a violent criminal.
Who knows?
The views weren't enough of a thrill anymore, so he started boosting cars, and that led to...
Well,
That-
I started attacking people who had better views than us.
Oh.
Like if I can't stop them from doing better, I can just stop them altogether.
my God.
Nancy
that
Kerrigan
scared me.
situation. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
me. But then it sounds like it must be time.
So welcome to the TryPod.
Are
the
there
tripod.
clouds rolling in? Oh my gosh, it feels like it might be a rainy day. So let's get some rainy day thoughts.
So this is something that I thought about this week because my friend is trying to do fall 2021 glow up. So I've been his shaman a little bit. I've been like on call with him. He's not really listening to any of my advice. So, and he's doing kind of like, I don't know, but he's doing some. Anyway, he's trying to clean his room. And
That's the glow up is clean his room.
That's step one.
That's a start.
Yeah.
The glow up for his mom.
Import up to any glow up.
If you bring a lady back to a dirty room, you're not going to feel very hot.
Very important.
Yeah. So my thoughts are get a headboard, men. All men get a headboard.
Good.
Love this.
Good advice.
Because he was like, why would I do that? It's decorative.
Yep.
Yeah. And move your bed to the center of the room. And if there's a cardboard box with a bunch of stuff in it, get rid of it.
These are all
Great
correct
advice.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my
Okay, so how old is your friend?
24-year-old man.
So this
Yeah,
is
he
the
needs a
post-fall
headboard.
glow up. This is like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing post-pandemic, but also like I'm not a college student anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a man. This is how to glow up as an adult.
Yeah.
How to be an
How to
attractive
be a
human.
grown ass man.
Okay, here's the number one that's
Yeah.
going to change his goddamn life. He's going to take all of his posters, frame them.
I said that.
Needs to be
Put it
framed.
in a frame.
Put it in a frame. I don't care how stupid that print is. If it's in a frame, it's now acceptable for at least 3 more years.
It's better. It's a lot better. But the headboard is a good thing. And I didn't have a headboard for an amount of time when I was in LA because I couldn't afford one. But then as soon as I could, I basically also had a room that was too small. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not committing to a twin bed.
All right, let's rapid fire some glow up fall
Yeah.
tricks. Okay, you ready?
For your
You going-
room or for your body?
Both. You're going to take his ass. He's going to take his ass down to the Container Store, and he's going to get some dividers for underneath his sink. That's right,
Oh.
people. He's going to have little cubbies so it's not all strewn about down there.
Ditch the backpack from, the ratty backpack that you've had since high school. Get yourself a classy leather satchel. Oh,
yeah.
A little bit worse
Okay.
for your back, but a lot better for your body.
All right.
Worse for your back, but better in the sack.
Yeah.
Get a ceiling fan.
Hell yeah.
If you already have a ceiling
How are you going to
fan,
get a seat?
Yeah, he's in an apartment.
get a new one.
He's certainly in an apartment.
Ask the landlord for a new ceiling fan.
Get a little step stool and dust your ceiling fan.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You can't do that once a year. You got to be doing that monthly at
Or
least, baby.
at least every time you notice.
Yeah.
It's pretty dusty up there.
A duvet cover. Get a nice little blanket for your blanket. You can even get a blanket for your couch.
Throw out some of those condiments in the fridge. They've been there for 3 years, and you're not going to use them. That jar of salsa is garbage.
Throw out some of those condoms. Yeah, having a child will glow you up real quick. No, not that one.
Cut pineapple. Don't buy it up pre-cut for $8, you dingus. You could get it for $4, maybe even $3, and you're going to yield more fruit. And guess what? It makes your mouth taste good.
Eat fruits and vegetables that are in season. You'll know if they're on season if they're on sale. Because for whatever reason, when things are the best, they're the cheapest.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Learn how to cook a thing or two. Easy Mac is a thing of the past. Learn how to make a simple pasta staple, some breakfast items, some eggs, and impress your lover. DateNightCookbook.com.
Are you a dirty, derelict alcoholic? Get yourself a bar cart. Suddenly, it's classy.
It's true.
That's good. That's good.
It's true.
Rugs. Don't have them. Probably need them.
Get one.
Rugs changed the room.
You can get some cheap
Really
rugs.
ties the room together.
Really tied the room
Yeah.
together.
Check out Target. They got some good ones.
Oh, and get nice underwear.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
nice? Where do you get it?
Well, just look at your underwear and really look at it and just think about how it's probably not fitting great and that you've had it for years and years and years.
There was
You
a
know,
long time.
I'll let them sponsor us.
It was very hard for me to stomach the idea of like $12 underwear. I'm like, no, $12. I need to be getting a 6-pack. But
Yeah.
I mean, and there's more expensive underwear. Like I honestly don't know how much underwear costs anymore.
Yeah, I don't
But
We get it from Meundies.
I just get
as
it.
part of the
I bought
deal.
some in Singapore that cost like $40. I was like, whoa. But, I was on vacation, so
Yeah.
it
had
seemed
to
like
do it.
a fun thing to do.
I bought some medium t-shirts in Singapore. And guess what? Singapore mediums are not USA mediums. The average body size is different there, and they are all extra small, so I gave them all to Alex Lewis.
Oh.
Shout out to
Alex Lewis.
in exchange for picking you up from the airport.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got some
from
t-shirts.
Singapore.
It's
Yeah.
$100 and a couple of t-shirts.
Here's some shirts.
Thanks, buddy.
Well,
Well,
what a podcast.
Well, you can keep listening over at Patreon. We actually have some Patreon shout outs.
Oh, that's right.
You can join our
Yes.
community at patreon.com/tryguys, become a Triceratops, support the show, and get an extra podcast episode every single week. We call
right.
it the Afterpod.
Yeah.
We're going to keep talking about glow up items, and Rainey has a couple more thoughts for a rainy day.
That's right. I haven't found the shout out yet. Here we are. Okay. All right, ladies and others. We're going to be shouting out Allie Ellman, who's been supporting us at the Diamond tier, which is our top tier. It's an incredibly gracious subscription amount. We very, very much appreciate you, Allie.
Allie Ellman.
Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman.
You reached Allie Ellman. Please leave a message after the beep.
Happy birthday, Allie. Happy birthday, Allie's friend Sarah.
I'm Allie Ellman. Now get the hell out of my house.
That's for the end of parties.
Yeah. So you can put that on a loudspeaker.
I picture, I know how it is spelled, but I'm picturing like L, just the giant L.
L, man.
It's actually ALY, which makes me very unsure about Allie's gender, just because I don't know. So I want to be inclusive. Could be Allie, whether you are he, she, or they, or subscribe to none of them. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
And
I'm
maybe
picturing a superhero.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Allie.
bet.
Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman. Allie Ellman.
And the L man.
Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
Hey, there. Allie Ellman, thanks for listening to our show. We had a lot of false starts and a lot of quick endings. We can't wait until we have more friendings. Allie Ellman, the TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.